Hello, good morning guys. Justin here for Friday morning at the garage sales. Nothing too crazy going on this morning. I've got like 8 or 10 sales to hit, but tomorrow is the big annual dual town-wide community sale, which easily is 50 plus sales. So of course I'll let you guys know if I come across anything this morning, but if not, I will see you guys tomorrow for the craziness. Well, this isn't exactly how I hope to end the garage selling day. Luckily, I'm right by my dealership. So that sucks. $147 for a new tire, which I don't have yet. I've got the donut spare on there right now. So I'll have to take Sabrina's car to the garage sales tomorrow, which is fine. But yeah, all the money I saved at the garage sales this morning and all the money I would make off those games I bought going to a new tire, but whatever. I mean, it was toast. Like, it was completely blown out. It had been leaking for like a couple months now, and my dad has a compressor. I just fill it up every now and then. It was like, well, I'll take care of it in my next oil change, but no, it just completely blew out. So, like I said, that sucks. Not exactly how I wanted to end the garage selling day, but I can be thankful that I was literally a half mile from my dealership when it happened. So I just drove on the rims over there, and they're taking care of me. So off to work now. I don't really have time to show you guys what I picked up this morning right now because I'm already a half hour late for work. So I'll have to show you guys after work. Okay, here's a quick look at what I got Friday at the garage sales. $1 each on these 360 games here. Tiger Woods I probably should have passed on. That's not one of the more expensive Tiger Woods games, so that one wasn't a great deal for $1, but the other ones were. $5 for this Atari Flashback bundle from that same sale. 2 sets of paddle controllers, 2 joysticks, and this is like a separate plug-and-play type thing. Not bad for $5. And then for $1 each, I got some PS1 and PS2 games from a different sale. The manual for this Godzilla is actually in this case, but there was no actual case for the game, which that's probably the best one in here. But unfortunately, all these discs are super beat up. But, you know, for $1 each, some decent titles there. And then here's that $10 360 that I got. It came with 1 controller, power cord. There was no HDMI or anything in here, but I've got extras. And then I didn't film these pickups because I didn't think much of, you know, a couple cords. But for 25 cents, this monster cable here for well, I guess PS1, 2, or 3. And after I got home, I looked this up, and that's actually kind of an expensive cable. So that was probably the best deal of the morning, honestly, for 25 cents. So anyway, let's move on to Saturday morning now. What's up, guys? Justin here. Saturday morning, hitting a few sales in my town before heading over to the big dual town-wide community sale thing. I've got a huge lead this morning, and the sale is like 2 blocks from my house. I found it on Craigslist, and it looks like they're gonna have like Game Boy, NES, Super Nintendo, N64, PS2. So I'm super anxious right now. That's still supposed to start at 9, but I emailed them and they told me I could stop by a little after 8. So hitting one other sale first that looks like they're gonna have some PlayStation stuff, and then I'll be heading over to what is hopefully gonna be, potentially gonna be, the score of the summer, maybe? I don't know, we'll see. So, not the start I wanted. The sale that I thought was gonna have PlayStation games isn't even in my town. It's like an hour and a half south of here. So I drove over to what I thought was the address, and it was like in the lake. So anyway, gotta kill like 20 minutes now until I can stop at that other sale that's supposed to have all the game stuff. So I don't know. I guess we'll just go for a nice scenic drive. So I'm currently camped out up the street from the sale that's supposed to have all those video games. They said they were going to be there a little after 8. It's 8:07. Doesn't look like there's anything going on yet, but I think I'm just going to sit here for a little while, because as much as it sucks to like have to wait around on a day like this when there's so many sales going on, I mean, this could be huge. Or it could be a bust, I don't know. I did pick up that Monopoly Streets though from the last sale. Holy huge score. I tried to get at least a little bit of footage for you guys while I was there. It wasn't dirt cheap, as you, well, it kind of was. It was just a lot of stuff. So I ended up paying just over $200. Got some Lego stuff as well. I didn't even really look through the boxes that well. I mean, I saw a couple of the games in there and a couple of the box games, and I was like, all right, I gotta grab this. So heading up to the community sales now. A little bit later than I was hoping to, but it doesn't matter. I mean, that was such a huge score. It was totally worth it. We've been up at the town-wide sales for like 45 minutes now. We've maybe stopped at 4 or 5 sales. I'm a little bit underwhelmed at the amount of sales going on. I did hit quite a few of them yesterday, but even still, like, I thought there'd be a lot more going on. So heading over to the next town now, and hopefully there's a little bit more going on there. Well, this has been like a really long drought. It is almost 11 and I have not bought anything else until this last sale where I found a DS Lite charger for 50 cents. So I can't be too frustrated with like what I have in the back seat right now, obviously, all the stuff from earlier, but it's just like, I don't know, we went like probably 20-30 sales in a row, and I haven't, that was the first thing I bought. So a couple more sales up this way, and then it's already so late, like almost 11, like I said. So I don't know what's still going to be out there, but we'll see what we can find on the way home. So I don't know how that just happened. It is 20 after 12 right now. It is afternoon, and I just found a $15 Nintendo sitting over at that sale, along with a stack of like some PS2 and 360 games, some good titles for like $1 or $2 each. And then the girl went into the house, came out with a few N64 games that she threw in for an extra like $5, some good ones. Then she went into the house and came out with a Wii that I got for $10. And I also bought like a mini like Fender amp for like 20 bucks from this sale. Insane. I don't know. We have a few more sales to hit, so I guess our luck might be turning around here.
Okay. You're going to come back tonight? Absolutely. I'll be here all day.
Thank you.
Okay guys, let's check it out, what could potentially be the score of the summer. Starting briefly with the consoles. I'm not going to spend much time on these, but it looked like everything was in here for these. No Nintendo system though, which was kind of odd because I got a bunch of Nintendo games. And then a couple Game Boy systems here. I haven't tested any of this stuff. I'm assuming one of these probably doesn't work, but these were really not my main concern, because check out these boxed games here. So I've got them sorted a little odd, but this stack here is unfortunately missing manuals. Some of these in here had the posters and stuff, but no manuals on those. These 3 were complete, and I think the only one of these I still needed a boxed copy of for my collection was Carmen Sandiego. The rest of these I have boxed already, but There's obviously condition upgrades in here for me. Most of these boxes were pretty nice. And then onto some of the other cartridge stuff here. Ocarina of Time, and some solid Game Boy stuff. A couple of these I definitely needed for the collection. Boulder Dash is pretty hard to find, as is Bionic Commando, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes there. And since I just showed it, kind of by accident, I'll start out the NES stuff by showing Power Blade 2. Insane. I could not believe this when I saw this sitting with his NES games. One that I've never had before and might never see again. At the time of filming this, I think this cartridge is going somewhere around $400. Insane. I had the first one, so now I have both of them, and I'm going to open this up and stuff after the video, but, I mean, the guy was the original owner of all this stuff, and so I'm 99.99% sure that this is legit, but I'm going to open it anyway just to verify. And then into the other NES stuff, nothing in here that even comes close to the Power Blade. But there is some decent stuff in here. Some Turtles games, Punch-Out. It's been a while since I've had an extra Legend of Zelda there. And then onto the Super Nintendo stuff. Some really nice stuff in here as well. That Super Bomberman I believe I need for the collection. I've had the second one for a long time, but I've never had that one, I don't think. And it's been forever since I've had a copy of Turtles 4, an extra one. Anyway, I've had a ton of people asking me for this one. And now I finally have an extra copy. And then also for the Super Nintendo, Game Genie with the book under here, and a Super Game Boy. And then this PC stuff I really wasn't going to take, but it was kind of just part of like the bulk game deal, so I grabbed those as well. And then some decent PS2 stuff, Blood Omen 2, Soul Reaver 2. So $200 is what I'm saying I paid for this. I spent $210 at the sale, but I got some like Lego Technic stuff thrown in as well, so that was kind of the extra $10. So $200, insane. Still cannot believe this. So anyway, I'm going to clear this table off here. We'll get into the rest of the stuff I found on Saturday and Sunday. Okay, finally a look at the rest of Saturday's and Sunday's garage sale pickups. Here's that Monopoly Streets I got from the first sale on Saturday. They took $3 for it. I didn't pay $5 for that. And then from a sale right around the corner from there, this Mario figure here for $0.25. And that's when that super awesome score happened. And then we made our way up to the community sales. And this was it. We stopped at probably 25, maybe 30 sales. And this was the lone find. 50 cents. So super disappointing there. Wasted like, 2.5 hours. But once we got back into my town, things picked up again. We got these for $3 each here. And a Resident Evil 2 Prima Guide. The artwork on this is awesome. So I'll be keeping that for the collection. It's kind of fallen apart a little bit, but for $2, I thought that was pretty cool. And then we went over to that sale that still had that Nintendo sitting out there at like 12:15 or whatever it was when we were there. It wasn't priced, so I don't know, maybe no one just asked about it, but I did, and he told me $15. So system, controller, had a gun, cleaning kit, had the RF in there. There was no power cord though, but not a huge deal. And I asked if they had anything else, and the girl went into the house and came out with this Wii system here. It was missing a sensor bar and like a nunchuck or whatever, but she was only asking $10 for it. It came with a couple games. I think Wii Sports is actually in one of these cases. So the other disc might be on the system or something. And then she came out with these as well. She felt bad because she didn't have any games for the Nintendo, but I mean these were probably better than anything she would have came out with. So she threw these in for like an extra $5, I think it was. And then they also had these games for like $1 or $2 a piece at that sale. The Banjo-Kazooie is actually sealed, and the Guitar Hero is just the case only. They didn't have the disc. They were going to throw the case away, so I was like, I'll take it. And then from the last sale we stopped at on Saturday for 50 cents a piece, I got these games here. I didn't have any change on me, so I had to grab an extra one to make it an even $2. And they had a Final Fantasy for the PS2 there as well, but it was just the case only, and it was all water damage, so I passed on that one. So $2 for those 4 games there. And that was it for Saturday, but then Sunday, I woke up on Sunday morning and remember there was a garage sale going on that told me they had some game stuff. And I got all this for $10. I didn't have any change. $10 was like the smallest bill I had on me, and they didn't have any change there. So I was basically like, how many games would you give me for $10? And you throw in the adapter here. And so I passed on like a Rainbow Six Vegas and a couple sports games, but that's a good stack there for $10. So anyway, that's going to do it for this weekend at the garage sales. Thank you guys for sticking around and checking out this video. And until next time, take care.